So yesterday, Justine Skye was talking about, she was asking, so she was with Kendall, and basically Kendall was asking, when should you hold your tongue and when should you speak up? Now, Kendall hasn't learned this lesson because she just hasn't had to, but she will, because society is going to humble her very soon. But it's important to always speak up. And it's okay to get shut down. People need to learn what to do once they've been shut down. And it's really important to listen to multiple perspectives. As long as you are around intelligent people who have the ability to communicate effectively in words, no matter how opposing someone's opinion is, you could come to terms as to how you want to allocate resources and distribute economic power given those differences, right? So, right. So, there doesn't, I think that Kendall has been quiet for, quite some time. And, I don't know what here's the situation. So, men are out here tricking women. They're lying to them. They're tricking them. They're saying all of these bullshit things to get laid. That's it. They'll say anything. They'll make a million lies. They will steal shit, fake shit, be really awful to women, and they won't ever apologize. This is what Adrian did. This is what so many men do. And now the issue with this is when a woman, especially a woman who hasn't had any experiences yet, when some guy lies to her about something, she takes it really, really personally. So she may feel as though, her entire worldview is crumbled. Which is why, at that point, when women have bad interactions with men, they actually need to seek therapy immediately. They need therapy, right away. And the problem with this is that, so so the reason that it's important for Kendall to speak up with her flawed worldviews is because other people, more poor people who've had less access and resources, who have compromised their morals in order to attain resources in society, she hasn't had to do that, but other people have, and she needs to be an example of how to what to say when someone has some flawed worldview. But because she isn't saying anything, other people are walking around with this flawed worldview and they're never being checked. And so what other communities are doing is they're going back to their community and they're saying okay, so this is the way that this interaction went, and they're playing it out with their family members, and they're trying to teach everyone, here's what you say when they say this. So this is why a lot of people are posting, their text messages online so that you can see one way or another, oh, when he said this, then I said this. They're comebacks. They're people just are reciting sketches. They're not actually how people feel. They're just sketches. So sometimes it is difficult because for me, I have honestly lived my life in a way where I'm not reciting a sketch. I'm simply out here listening to other people and having my own world views having my own lived experiences. That's it. You know? So I think that's just something new because other people haven't seen that before. A lot of it comes down to, honestly, like young, naive people not having parents. And so because they don't have parents, they believe that what their friends say is correct. But you see, like, a lot of poor people have parents with character flaws. Like, a lot of character flaws. And they just have moved through society with their character flaws and some belief that it will be like this forever. It will not. It will not. You know, this is where things come down to, like, what you have done that in the past was wrong, and how do you fix it? How do you fix it? Like, yeah, how do you fix it? Because yeah, I don't know. How do you fix it? Sometimes you only need to learn a lesson one time, right? You only need to see something negative happen once, and then you can say, I don't want that to happen again. I don't like the way that happened. And a part of that, a part of having therapy is having this like confidentiality bucket up where you can be honest about your feelings about some interaction that was negative. And then you can go and fix it. And you can say, like, you can develop all of these coping skills to understand how to deal with that interaction being negative. Unfortunately, this has not been modeled very well in the Black community, which is why I've had to be a living example of, like, how to be bald, how to have a breakup, how to move out of your parents' home, how to get a credit card. I've literally had to show every single time all of the emotions around what it feels like to do that in this like really human way where, you know, you could be pensive or scared. And so like a lot of people, I feel like before maybe like today, or I don't know, the YouTube sketches with Anna Akana and Natalie Tran, are people like, they don't understand cross-cultural communication. So like, especially like naive white dudes, like they've been saying all this shit about Asian women, but like Asia is a whole fucking continent and all Asian women are like different, and they don't feel confident enough to say to guys how they're really feeling. So what they do is they say it to other girls, and then they kind of like act it out in certain ways, or, you know, maybe they'll develop certain confidence in other ways, and then they like, you know, raise their children in those ways, not to like speak up and speak out to an oppressor or someone who is offensive, but in some other way to have economic clout over someone else. So the way that this plays out in Asia as a continent is that like whiter skinned Asians feel power because they are just pale, because they have seen European dominance prevail by paleness. So what they do is they act out these like offensive microaggressions toward darker skinned Asians, which created a caste system in Asia. And so there's like, this is why there are other Asians, Indians, and they have like a literal caste system that goes down generations. The way that this plays out in denominations in America is that there was like Black American slavery. And so this is why there are Europeans believing and saying shit about like Black Americans are not human and all of these things, even though they are descendants of Neanderthals and cavemen. They are cavemen. Like they literally sat in fucking caves so that the bears wouldn't eat them. But lions and bears, the food chain is real. Have you guys never seen a fucking lion like eat a person? Go watch the YouTube videos where they throw those babies into the cave with the lion. The lion just rips the head right off the baby. Or go watch a Shensa video. I think they do like literal plays. Like she shot a bitch right in the head and you see her brain matter flying out. Like that is not a sketch. See, Hollywood does these like sketches where they're trying to make art and make white children believe that this shit doesn't really happen. That's why you have to have like white artists like Bad Baby, Kesha, Igloo Azalea come out and tell the whole community in these counterculture terms, we are trash, we are trash, we are trash, so that their parents can realize this is the way that society accepts you. This is the way that the world sees you, because we all hate you and we know that you are less than. Your genes are less than. You are a descendant of poor people, and this is how it is. This is how it has always been. We all know this. Whites are inferior. That is how it is. This is about a land grab for Africa, and there is not another thing. I've said it when I was 1. I said it when I was 2. I said it when I was 3. I will say it now. We will make 15 million more videos about it. Beyonce will make Lemonade 17 million more times with all the references of African princesses across the globe. Yara Shahidi will then go on to teach 2 Harvard classes, and I will build black android robots to kill off European whites. This will, it is over. Throw in the towel, accept peace and mediocrity, and drive your Teslas home. You are only a king in your own home. That's it. You have power over no one. Stop with your pointless microaggressions, or you will start to die in the streets. You can have the Citizen app. You can have 2 million police officers. You can have Latino, wars and shit. I've been watching Latino men throw their daughters in the street for 5 years. I went myself and handed those prostitutes $3, okay? I cashed in 220s myself. Those bitches are on YouTube right now. Right now. Maybe we should take another live trip to Tijuana. Build a motherfucking wall. I said it then. Said maybe we'll make a rap song about it. I put it on Sesame Street. Like, what more do I need to do? I've tried the peaceful way, but I've had enough. I'm tired of the hieroglyphics and the symbols. Say it in plain English. If you got a problem with me, say it to my motherfucking face. All right? The microaggressions have got to stop. They just have to stop. But there's no more. The resources have been allocated, and unfortunately, you lost. That's it.